it's Angela from WeBeatFat.com, and I'm here again, another video, another day to talk to you about running. So it is coming on the fall and everyone is starting to get back into race season. You know, it's been really hot over the summer and now everybody's starting to think about training for that marathon. So I have two friends in particular that will be running their first marathon coming up in December and January, and I just thought that there are probably other people out there who want to run marathons too and have just never ever really like pushed themselves or like even know what's going on. So I'm not an expert. I'm definitely not an expert in running marathons or half marathons or anything like that. I just do it for fun, and I've actually kind of forgotten how many marathons I've run now. I think I'm on 28, 27, 28. I don't know. I do it for the bananas, so that's why I run. Or the cute medals. See, every video I change out my medal back there, but Willie says nobody sees it. But I'm gonna point it out now so that you can look for the different medals every time that you watch a video. Okay, so I just wanted to give some helpful tips, I guess, on what you should do for preparing for your marathon. Before you start training for your marathon, I just think that there are a couple of things that you need to keep in mind. And first off, I think training is very important. There are lots of people out there in the world who just go run marathons and then they don't train for them. If I did that, I would really hurt myself and then I'd never be able to run again. And I think that it's very important that you devote time to training. And it's not a short process. Like, it starts off pretty easy, but then as you start building your mileage, then it becomes a little bit more time consuming. And I don't really know if people know how much time people devote to marathon training. So always keep that in mind, that it is going to take up time and it's going to make you sacrifice a lot of your time because you're going to be sticking to this plan and you're going to be running, you're going to be doing long runs on Saturdays or Sundays, you're going to have your midweek long runs, and it's just something that's just going to take time unless you run like super fast. And I don't run super fast, so I know it takes up a lot of time for me. Also, it's important to find a plan. Like, just don't, so you've decided that you want to run a marathon, so you just can't like go out there and be like, oh, I'm going to run a marathon. Well, I guess you could. Some people do it, like I've already said. But find a plan. There are tons of free plans out there in the world. Hal Higdon, Jeff Galloway. There's the Hanson Method. Uncle Unc down the street, who is a running coach, probably has a free training plan out there for you. Find the plan that works for you. If you know that you can only run 3 times a week or you can only run 4 times a week, then you go ahead and do that. There are some plans that have you running 6 days a week. That does not work for me. I know that I can only run 4 times a week because that's the amount of time that I have. So make sure you look at different plans and you find the plan that works for you. Also, make sure that you are wearing the right shoes. I suggest to anyone, whether you're running a 5K or you're running an ultra marathon, go make sure that you are fitted for the right shoes. Shoes make a big difference. Socks make a bigger difference. And so just make sure that you have all of the right gear. And the most important thing that we need for running is our shoes. So we want to keep everything right. We want to stay injury free, and most of the time that starts with wearing the right shoes. So make sure that you are going to get fitted for the right shoes. Talk to someone who knows about running so that you can find the shoe that is best for you. And it doesn't really make a difference what shoe your friend is wearing, because the shoe that your friend is wearing may not fit you. The thing that I learned during my marathon training was that midweek run was probably the hardest run for me, because it was not the slow, easy run. It was also a little bit longer, and like sometimes, well, I was coming from obviously just running half marathon, so when you have to run 8 to 10 miles in the middle of the week, which used to be your long run. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of nuts, actually. And try and stay with your plan as much as you possibly can, because marathon training is really just, it's training your mind. Like, the marathon is a mental thing. Like, I think anybody can make it through a marathon. It just depends on what is your mental state going to be like when you are done. Like, it's either going to be one of the most rewarding experiences of your life, or one that you hate and dread and you never ever want to do it again. Marathons are not for everyone. So I do recommend that people go out and train. They have a good training plan. They learn how to fuel their bodies along the way. Treat every long run like it is race day, so that you can get adjusted to eating and drinking and doing all of those things, so that when race day actually approaches, you're not wondering, you know, how's this going to work, or how am I going to feel? Like, you have to trust your training. So make sure that you are doing the right stuff along the way, so that when race day does come along, you can indeed trust your training. So I guess that is where I will end this video. I'll probably talk more about marathon training later on, and because, you know, it's a big race season, and we're going to be doing, well, I'm going to be doing a lot of marathons. I'm still on my quest to run a marathon in all 50 states in 3 years. So we're going on year, I guess we're still in year 1. We're almost to the next phase of this. So yeah, I'll probably do a little bit more on marathon training later, or just talking about marathons. If you want to run the Louisiana Marathon in January, there is a 5K, 10K, or 5K quarter, which is 6.55, a half marathon, and a marathon. Use the code IKnowGillis and you get 10% off. So that is all for this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I hope that you found some very helpful information, and I guess I will see you in the next video. And don't forget to dream big. Bye.